Hi Taurus, this is Terribly Accurate. Thank you for tuning in. I want to just say thank you for all your likes, shares, your comments. For those of you who have subscribed, when you do that, then you'll be alerted to new videos. So it's a good idea if you like these. If you're new, welcome. So this is your love reading for June 5th through July 5th. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get started for singles. See what we have here, and then we'll do couples right after. Okay, so this one jumped right out of the deck. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Magician. So that's a really good one to have there. This one wants to come out as well. The Two of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. And I'm doing this spread a little bit different because of that Two of Wands card there. And I'll show you what this looks like here in a second. Okay. So the way that this starts out for single Tauruses is that perhaps there are some thoughts that you've had, and maybe you feel as though you kind of know that you need to leave them behind, but you haven't yet. You haven't quite left some things behind. So this could be from a past relationship. This could just be a mindset that you have, maybe, and it could be positive or negative, but just kind of something that you need to abandon, and you haven't quite yet this month here. Now, you know, it could be like a negative mindset, like, oh, I'll never find someone. That's something you need to leave behind. Or it could just be thoughts that you have about someone that you're still feeling connected to, and you just kind of need to let that go. And the reason why it's so important that you let it go is because you have the Magician upright right after. Now, the Magician is that manifestation card, that law of attraction card, where you can bring into your life whatever it is that you want, which is, you know, excitement, passion, deep love and emotional connection, honesty, money, whatever it is that you want. You can manifest it. You can bring it into your life. So you need to be very cautious of your thoughts and the things that you say to people, even verbally or through email, through text message. Now, this month you may come to a place where you have to make a decision, where you're going to go right or you're going to go left down a path, okay? So the way then that I've laid out this spread instead for you is a little bit different than I would typically do love readings. So when you come to this place, to this fork in the road, and you need to make a choice, am I going to go this way? Am I going to go that way? Am I going to choose this person? Am I going to choose this person? Am I going to choose to get out there and start dating people? Am I going to choose to just stay single? Those sort of things. This is going to resonate differently for everybody because this is a general reading. And also because it's for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. But so if you go with option A, if you go to the left, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, but then also the Three of Swords in reverse. So that would be the more safe route to take, you know. You're not putting excitement and passion into something. You're not dashing out there and doing something because it seems risky, okay? Because you don't know about what lies ahead. It's the safer option. Keep doing what you're doing, right? Staying constant. But the trouble, and like, so, you know, I mean, the reason why you do this is because you're afraid of being hurt. You're afraid of betrayal. You're afraid of disappointment. Maybe you're not getting into a relationship with someone because they're married to somebody else, you know, and you're like, well, that's going to do nothing good for me. It's just going to hurt me. What would be the outcome of making that decision? Well, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not going to be feeling particularly sexy, not feeling particularly stable, not feeling particularly, you know, like adored. I feel like with this card, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's, for right now, for whatever reason, it feels very unstable. And I don't know why. I have a hard time understanding why that would make you feel unstable to take the safer route, you know, to avoid heartache. So let's figure that out. Why would that be? It would be because you have a very accurate view of the situation, and so it's like logically based, it's not heartfelt. So your emotions will maybe be a little bit, it's like you want to avoid emotionally investing, perhaps, in someone or in a situation because of the instability that it offers. Hold on, some cards just jumped out. You don't want to put a lot of work into something that maybe will cause like a lot of pain, a lot of anguish, a lot of despair for you, because what you wish for is something more than that. You wish for something that is very emotionally fulfilling, and this card indicates that you may have your wish, okay? If you don't want to feel anxiety and pain and despair, then you won't, because you're smart, you're using your brain. It's like this month, if you are to go down that path, you're thinking from a place of logic instead of heart, but this is telling you really need to remember what it is that your heart wants and focus on that, because you have the wish card and you have the magician card. You have both of those cards. So whatever it is that you're desiring deep in your heart, you can bring that to reality. You really can. You can draw it to you. And then you won't be in a place where you're feeling, attacked. And that could be attacked by another person, attacked by thoughts. So that would be a pretty good route. Even though it's more logically based than heart-based, and this is a love reading, I think you have a lot of blessings to come from doing it that way. Now, if you go with option B, new exciting starts full of passion and joy, and they're fast and they're quick, and you're like, going ahead, but you still have instability here. And even more so than by going with option A, okay? This would be you going out and just giving a lot of love and lust and emotion, investment into a potential new relationship or situation or circumstance, okay? But what it's saying is you need to be careful to hold on to those things that do make you feel very stable and secure, because you're going to be wild and out of control, okay? There's a lot of things that would be coming very quickly if you were to go down that second path. If you turn to the right, you go with option B, however this resonates for you. That's kind of what that says here. But in regards to what's to come, I mean, it could be really good for you too. This is a treasure box, literally. I mean, and pentacles are all about stability, income, things like that. Now, you have to be careful because there's a rat here, okay? So you could acquire all of this very, very quickly as well, and then lose it just as quickly. But it's generally pretty safe. I mean, this is glowing. Do you see that little glow there? So a lot of goodness coming in to your life for single Tauruses, no matter what you choose, okay? I would say option number 1, when you come to that fork in the road, seems a little bit safer, right? And you'll maybe get more of what you want. But option number 2 isn't bad either. So either way, for single Tauruses, I think you're going to have a good month. You didn't have a lot of cup cards necessarily, but I think that the cups will come, Cups are all about emotions and deep feelings, but relationships don't typically start out that way. I mean, most people don't instantly fall in love. So I think you're on a good path. Now, for those of you who are Taurus and you are coupled for June 5th through July 5th, what do we have going on? The 9 of Pentacles upright, the Magician, hey. Tauruses just have a good time. Excuse me. This month is really good. I can already tell that for Tauruses who are coupled, you're going to have more of an emotional month, but it's not going to, well, I guess I shouldn't talk until I lay all the cards down. Okay, here we go. So here's what we have for those of you who are coupled. starting that month off feeling like you're in a really good place, a lot of blessings, a lot of stability in your day-to-day life, in your relationship. You might be spoiled a little bit by your partner, or even by yourself. This would be the time when you're going out buying new outfits, getting manicures, pedicures, things like that. Just feeling really confident and good in yourself and who you are, and feeling sexy and blessed, and that's really great. You also have this Magician card where, like I said, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you focus on, you can draw that into your life. So that's a really good thing to have. It's a very lucky thing to have. For some reason, now the second time that I pull it, I am seeing this Cup card a lot more strongly than any of the other items here. So I would say whatever it is that you're hoping for, that you're putting a lot of emotional investment into, you're more likely to draw that in this month. It will come very quickly. You might be spending some time thinking about how things were in the past, remembering the things that maybe you and your partner did together in the past, remembering when your babies were babies and things like that. A lot of happy reflection here. But then for some of you, you might not feel particularly happy when some of those thoughts, thinking about the past and your fond memories, bring up some of the things that were not so fond and happy. The good news, though, is that by talking to your partner about that, it brings good balance into the relationship. You say, hey, remember that time that was really, really great, but then also remember that time that you really let me down, and I'm still really hurt about this years later. That inspires them then to right their wrongs, to try to give to you more, and then you give back to them more. So you find a lot of balance in your relationship, but not only in your relationship, in your day-to-day life. Everything just seems really, really stable for Taurus this month, which is good because you're an earth energy, and earth energies really need that stability in the day-to-day. You probably won't be having a lot of ideas about new things that you want to do together, but that's okay. You probably won't be trying anything new except for giving to each other more. Now that could be acts of love, but that could also be in the bedroom too. So be open to that. The more you give, the more you'll receive. Okay, so that is your love reading, Taurus, for June 5th through July 5th. And if you need personal guidance, something more focused on what's going on in your personal life, you can look up my contact information in the description box below, and I'd be more than happy to give you a personal reading. What else do I need to tell you? If you would like to follow up with the daily readings that are also free, they are on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/tarotbleeaccurate. But otherwise, see you next time.